Now, according to a news report by Arise News, they're saying that Nigerian doctors are now seeking new sources of income. The poor pay for medical doctors in Nigeria is making them to actually consider entrepreneurship opportunities in other fields. And of course, let's not forget that there's an ongoing strike by Nigerian doctors also. Well, the fact that doctors are considering alternative means of earning money, outside of the medical profession, I don't know, but that looks like a medical error to me. I don't know, but we'll come back and talk about this. But let's go and see this report. Once again, it's courtesy Arise News. We'll be right back.
Ongoing strike by Nigerian doctors due to poor pay, the National Association of Government General Medical and Dental Practitioners is urging medical doctors to combine entrepreneurship with their practice.
It is my hope that this conference will bring memorable and scientifically very profitable to equip us with required entrepreneurship skills to make more money and to live more fulfilling life.
With the recent migration of Nigerian doctors to other countries to seek greener pastures, this gathering is looking at ways to support health practitioners on how to deal with unpaid salaries and delayed benefits. They are being urged to embrace side businesses that can go along with their jobs.
Doctors are being most poorly paid in our country, so it's quite unfortunate. So if they are agitating, we only need to sit down and have give and take kind of understanding. Otherwise, when you begin to compare apple and orange, or you begin to look at borders and limited or unlimited borders, doctor on borders, you begin to ask yourself, is it really worth it? So some have expressed the fact that they are regretting working in Nigeria.
The salary you're getting from government, well, yes, in our climate, people might say it's okay, but globally, if you look at it, it's nothing to write home about. That's why there is brain drain. People are living here to where they are appreciated, and then they are paying. For instance, in UK, what they pay in UK is about 4 times what the government, what they pay here. In Saudi Arabia, it's about 6 times what they pay here. But people are here laboring. Well, we have no other place to go than we are Nigerians.
Some doctors at the meeting frown at the strike action embarked by their colleagues, tagging it as unnecessary, as there are other measures that can be employed to tackle the situation.
No matter how the pendulum swings, we should remember that the ordinary citizens, their own brother, sister, father, mother, and what have you. So when we say people are suffering from the healthcare system, either because of the inefficiencies of the practitioners or that of governance, the people that feel the pinch most are the citizens of this country. And we are all citizens of this country.
The meeting hopes to enlighten medical doctors on alternative streams of income that can go alongside their jobs.
All right, you're welcome back from that report once again. It's courtesy Arise News. That is on the one hand, okay? Doctors looking for alternative streams of income. Let's not forget that resident doctors are still on strike because the Nigerian Medical Association, the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, I beg your pardon, NAD, has insisted that the strike must continue. Now, the leadership of the Nigerian Medical Association on Sunday met with leaders of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors as part of efforts aimed at ending the resident doctors' lingering strike. The meeting was held barely 48 hours after the leadership of the NMA met with the president at the presidential villa in Abuja. Now, the meeting that took place on Sunday, like I mentioned earlier, was part of NMA's efforts aimed at fulfilling the pledge they made to the president to intervene in the industrial action. At the meeting, the president urged striking health workers to return to their duty posts and appealed to other contemplating strikes to opt for settlement of issues by negotiation, no matter how long it would take. Now, sources privy to discussion at that meeting reveal that there was a heated argument between the National Association of Resident Doctors and the Nigerian Medical Association team, as the resident doctors remained adamant. According to them, the NMA team wants the president of the Resident Doctors Association to summon a meeting of their National Executive Council to call off the strike. In their words, they said, we will meet in court on Wednesday. Till then, we are not saying anything on the matter. We have also met with state governments as regards the resident doctors in their states, and they have shown they would like to follow the path of the federal government. All right? So that is the situation on ground, okay? Now, the strike is still ongoing. Meanwhile, doctors are now looking for alternative streams of income. Like I said, isn't that a medical error where a doctor cannot focus on his core responsibility, which is to save lives, but thinking about how he can make more money? Dr. Maduka.
Yeah, you're saying as if doctor is not a human being.
Yeah, I know doctors are human beings. But that profession...
Why we look at it from that angle is because of the educational curriculum we practice in this country. Abroad, a medical doctor could be another thing. Could be a plumber, could be an electrician.
Could be a carpenter.
Yes.
Really?
Let me give you an insight. I was in okay, I don't want to say the country, but I was there. I had a problem with my light, and behold, the guy that came was a pharmacist profession, but he studied electrical installations. You see, the problem we have that we have this what I call a straight line or straight jacket digital curriculum, education curriculum. Once you're focusing on this, it becomes no, it's not so. We're supposed to diversify. As a human being, you're not created to be a single-minded person.
I understand that.
The core, you can have your core. You can have your core. For instance, I'm a marine expert. Does it mean that I'm a chartered accountant? Okay, my first degree was accounting. I went back, I did MBA Finance. I went back, I did MSc Transport. You see, and not only that, I went back recently to learn how to trade. You see, people should have a mental change that you're not saying.
I get what you're saying, doctor. You can be versatile as a human being.
Look, hunger.
But is that the situation? Is that the answer?
Yes.
To what is on ground right now in terms of strikes and doctors in Nigeria?
You want the man to carry gun? Hunger can make you to do anything, except you don't have principle. There's nowhere they say work is bad. You work to feed your family. For instance, the federal government had denied them for how many months? And they are going to stay at home. They are looking at their children crying. They have to do something to survive, at least for the moment. It's not that they are throwing away their profession, but they need to survive for the moment. And the way to survive, and someone who is hungry can do anything, especially when it touches your family. You can go and you can do anything. I've seen some people who are educated carrying blocks. One of the deputy governors today in one of these southways did that when there was something the government did in his account. He has to survive. He has to do some block working. It is to survive. So this is a temporary issue. It's not that the doctors are going out outside their men, but this is a temporary thing to survive. It's just for survival. That's what I'm looking at. But come to it. Why is the federal government reneging in their agreement? And that is what I've not really been able to find. We said this since a year ago. We've been talking about this strike. ASUU is only now drumming.
Preparing for another strike, yeah.
What is wrong with us? Is there nowhere we can sit down and look at our system, the entirety of the system, and see how we can at least copy those things that are good abroad and bring it back to this country? I've said it here before that our national insurance policy program that we brought in 2007 will have solved this problem. That is what Ghana is using. Ghana came here to borrow it from us. Because in that national insurance, everybody in Nigeria will insure himself. And they know how much it is. Even if every Nigerian, you talk about 200 million people, and everybody is contributing, let's assume, 2,000 naira to that coffer. Do you know what it means? You should be able to upgrade your Medicare. You should be able to pay. And the most important, there's many things that government should remove their hands. There are things that need to be given private touch. For instance, if you have Federal Medical Center, sometimes let that thing be somehow self-sustaining. Do you get what I mean? Self-sustaining, just like we're talking about universities. Allow university to be self-sustaining. That is what is happening abroad. You can't go to Oxford University and Britain is having any hand on Oxford University. No, they have the governing body. But the only thing, the government will come up with a blanket policy that you should not go outside this policy. Then the internal mechanism, the board, should be able to use that.
To run the system.
Okay. Run the system.
Okay.
Until we leave this issue about government meddling in everything, trying to pay everybody, no, we can't survive in that way.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Maduka. Mazi.
Yeah, I think I share the same opinion and view with Dr. Maduka. But let me shock you. Dr. Ngige is a surgeon. He is a politician. Why did he leave his medical profession? Why did he leave? Now, biblically, Paul was a tent maker, but he is also an apostle. Luke was an accountant, and same thing. So there's nothing wrong, let alone being in Nigeria, in the Nigeria environment. Nobody, no civil servant will swear with Bible, Quran, or Amadoha.
That what?
He is having only one stream of income. How much is salary? Nobody will, even the president, let them come and say Bible as well with you. Quran, everything, even Amadoha, even the one you don't know. You see, life is horrible. And in fact, when you go for this seminar, they advise people diversify. Don't depend on one stream of income, because if this one closes, another one open. Between 2014 and 15, the judiciary workers were on strike. They were on strike. Lawyers nearly went on begging. And some of them went to farm, some of them went to other services. So it's not new. Let alone where there is one dishonesty, there's unfaithfulness, there is mistrust in the system. Now, you have seen the system, the level we have gone, that the president called the medical doctors and they beg them and still they say no. Something is wrong somewhere. Our president called. If there is this trust, what are they complaining about? Why are they saying no? Because the agreement reached since 2006 have not been implemented. That's the problem. So I don't have anything wrong in that. That's my summary. I don't have anything wrong.
All right. So analysts don't see anything wrong in a doctor being a carpenter or maybe a chef. You can have a doctor who is a chef. Wow.
There's dignity in
I just believe that, you know, the medical profession is sacred. Do you get what I mean? Because it's connected to life. Yes.
No.
So practitioners in that field should be given 100% support for them to be able to focus
in that
on
Nigeria. That context, I agree with you.
Yes.
They are supposed to be 100% focused, but we're looking at a situation in an environment where they are not even recognized. Nobody cares, because doctor profession is all about life saving. It's not sometimes it's not about money, but even in that, they have relatives, they have friends, they have family members. These people must be able to feed. That is where I'm looking at it. And if government is sensitive, they should be able to know that these people, they are human beings. You shouldn't come up with a policy or an agreement. At the end of it, you renege on it. And you keep telling them, there's no way they will trust you again. Just like Mazi said, they won't trust you. Look, the policies are written. Why don't you start somewhere? You know what I am always not happy that. Now, they started with 5, okay, instead of 5%, 5 naira to a call, it should be increased. Start somewhere. So Nigeria will say, oh, the government has started somewhere. But they know that even at this, the same mouth they are saying, oh, go and start. If they start, it will not work. A government that's serious should be able to know that, look, medical is very critical. Up to today, we know of what happened in Canada, where the doctors were even coming with placards and saying the money being paid to them is very, very
Some of the doctors died, and that's one of their complaints. So, some of their colleagues died during the pandemic. Nothing happened to them.
No benefit.
And increased them.
No insurance.
They answered 5,000 naira. What is 5,000 naira?
No insurance.
I don't the agreement. The agreement is that honor it.
Okay, thank you, Jen.